I recently had a case out of Fort Hood, Texas. It was an officer elimination case where we kept our client in and we used an end around with the PTSD defense. My name is James Phillips. If you'd like to talk, text me at 931-217-7648. My client was an officer and his misconduct was a downtown criminal case. And as a result of it, he had a GOMOR, he had a negative OER, and he had also received a notification of elimination. And this was being driven by the command, who was very angry at him. The separation was a standard separation. They were basically using the misconduct in order to have a board of inquiry and to use his misconduct as the reason for elimination. One of the things we did in this case is we did directly engage the Department of Army Suitability Evaluation Board to deal with the GOMOR. We also went and dealt with the OER through the OER rebuttal system at HRC. And we also prepared the rebuttal for the elimination and gathered witnesses and prepared for the board. The biggest problem we had was the chain of command was not going to give us any support. They were angry at my client and we were going to lose at the local levels. So one of the things that we did was my client had 6 deployments. He had some of the symptoms of PTSD, but he'd never followed up on it. So I made sure that he went to the doctors, engaged them, and made sure that the PTSD was documented because we could use that as part of our defense. We re-engaged the command, but really didn't get a lot of luck with them due to the PTSD. But what I did was then I went over their heads and we attacked through the director of HRC and also went to ARBA and went through the officer eliminations at that level and made sure that they were aware of the PTSD. Because of the fact that the Army Review Board agencies are a lot more aware of the PTSD problem, and it really is their single issue, I was able to get the Assistant Deputy of the Secretary of the Army, Francine Blackman, to keep my client in due to the PTSD. It was a Hail Mary and it overrode everything else that was happening below at the local command. So at the end of the day, we avoided the board, we avoided all the other negative and derogatory information. I was able to keep my client in with PTSD, and we were able to get a huge, substantial victory just by going over everybody's head and going to the highest level. Text me at 931-217-7648 if you want to talk about your case.